Cameron Palmer here with Caleb Hewitt. Well, this is the second week in a row where you did a lot of big things for the team offensively. You had caught a 70-yard touchdown pass today and had a couple touchdowns last week. Talk about these last 2 weeks kind of being kind of the focal point offensively leading into next week.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the players around me are giving Will time to make plays and are giving me opportunities to make a play, and I can't thank them enough.
What have been kind of some of the keys to success offensively? Obviously, kind of a rougher night last week against Geneva, but you guys kind of had your way tonight against Aurora. What have been some keys to success for this offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think the preparation this week was really hard. Like, they were on us the whole week, and just executing and taking care of penalties and stuff like that was great.
What do you think kind of this week of practice is gonna mean heading into next week, as you guys are likely gonna play Ursuline or VASJ?
I believe they will be just like they were this week, and we should be able to execute very high.
Thank you. Cameron Palmer here with Leo Colombi and Kenny Friihauf. First, kind of talk about that defensive effort tonight. You guys didn't allow a score until late when most of the starters are kind of been pulled. Talk about that defensive effort.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we had to come out strong. We knew we had a really physical team. We knew we just got to win collisions today, and that's what we did.
Our preparation all week was really good. I mean, from Monday through Thursday, I mean, we had key things to work on, and we got it done with practice.
Talk about what was kind of different defensively this week compared to last week against Geneva.
I mean, it was somewhat similar. We knew they were a hard-style running team. We knew that if we stopped the run, they'd have to resort to throwing those deep passes, and those were pretty hard to complete with our D-line rushing.
I say we worked more like D-line rush stuff. I mean, it all came out. We had a lot of sacks, which is really good. Worked on that all week, and it showed up today.
Kind of talk about some of the keys to success for this defense leading into next week against Ursuline or VASJ.
Yeah, I mean, we got whoever we play, we just got to play them hard. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, and then we can win all games like that.
Just got to keep playing tough and letting our pads do the talking.
Thank you. Cameron Palmer here with Will Francis. First, talk about your 3 rushing touchdowns. You got kind of set up in short yardage every time. What was that like, just to kind of be able to take them in from short yardage?
Guys up front did their job, played hard, practiced hard all week. Proud of them. Can't do it without them.
Talk about that big 70-yard touchdown pass to Caleb Hewitt. You guys don't pass much, but when you do, it seemed to kind of help a lot these last two weeks against Geneva, and then this week. Talk about it.
Just saw him one-on-one out there. Saw they were in man coverage, and he's just a better athlete. I knew I could throw it up and let him make a play.
Well, you guys officially are going to have Ursuline. Talk about kind of what's on the mind right now heading into next Friday.
I mean, they're top team in the region. We're going to be the underdogs. We got to work all week and get better.
Thank you. Cameron Palmer here with head coach Mitch Hewitt. Well, talk about the defensive effort. I'm sure you've been asked a million times tonight, but it was stout in that first half. Talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, top to bottom, I mean, we won all 3 phases of the game: defensively, offensively, special teams. Coach Lane has always put together a great game plan. You know, the luxury we have is we don't have a lot of guys going both ways. And we knew going into this game, again, 25 is a great player for him, but, you know, he's a tailback on offense and their middle linebacker on defense, and their center plays nose tackle. That's tough at this time of year. And sometimes you just don't, that's who you got, right? But we figured, again, if we could get him in the second half, we'd be in good shape. We didn't anticipate those 2 big plays offensively to really turn the tide.
Kind of talk about, what changed from this week from last week against Geneva. It seemed like the penalties got cleaned up. You guys had 13 last week. Seems like only a couple tonight that didn't really affect anything. What was kind of the big change in practice this week?
Yeah, I mean, you just hit the nail on the head. What changed was the way we practiced. I mean, we had 4 days of hell. Our guys ran a lot. We were hard on them. We were grumpy. We were angry. And it's not enjoyable to coach like that, but sometimes it's necessary. And, it's the result is Friday night.
You talked about in the post-game huddle talking about being one of the only public schools left. What is that kind of a testament to you and your coaching staff and even the players being able to kind of come in and take down these kind of
it's in some ways, like, don't get me wrong, we love our rings, but in some ways I think the longevity that we've been able to maintain is probably one of the things I'm most proud about, because we cycle new kids in, you know what I mean? No one's moving in. We're not pulling them from anywhere. So still be playing 5 years in a row with all the different kids we've had come through, we've been very blessed.
Kind of talk about that offense. I mean, a couple big plays like you mentioned that kind of really turned the tide. Is that going to be kind of a key thing heading into next week against Ursuline?
Well, Ursuline's a big play team, so we're going to have to minimize them. They're going to go 100 miles per hour, trying to get plays off here and there. So we're gonna have to bring our A game, or we're gonna go home.
How do you kind of feel like final thoughts on the team's overall performance? You touched on executing and winning in all three phases, but just kind of some final thoughts after the game.
Again, we're hard on these guys Monday through Thursday. It's not always fun to be a Hilltopper during the practice week, but I think the result is worth it on Friday night. I think our kids would say that too.
Thank you.